Joseph had the divorce papers ready, quiet, no public stoning. No shame for Mary, just a legal end to the engagement. Matthew 1:19 calls him a righteous man. That means he followed the law, but right now, the law felt like a knife in his gut. His fiancée was pregnant, not by him. The timeline didn't lie. They hadn't been together, not like that. He was a carpenter. Built things with his hands, tables, doors, cradles. He'd already started one for the baby he thought would be his. Now it sat half-finished in the corner of his shop, mocking him. The neighbors whispered, his brothers smirked. The synagogue elders shook their heads. The penalty for adultery was death. Joseph couldn't do that. He wouldn't, so he chose mercy, a secret divorce. She'd disappear to some village. He'd carry the shame alone. He wrote the bill of divorce himself. Ink still wet, sealed it with wax, tucked it in his belt. Walked to his house under cover of night. The streets were empty. Only dogs barked in the distance. His sandals scraped the dirt. Each step felt heavier. His chest tight, his mind racing. How do you say goodbye to the woman you love when she's carrying another man's child? He knocked. The door opened slowly. Mary stood there. In the moonlight, she didn't speak. Didn't cry, didn't beg. She just looked at him. And everything stopped. Her eyes, they weren't the eyes of a liar. Weren't the eyes of a girl caught in sin. They were ancient, deep, like they'd seen the beginning of time, like they already knew the end. No guilt, no fear, only truth. A quiet, unshakable certainty. And in that moment, Joseph saw something move behind her pupils. A flicker, a light, not from the moon, not from a lamp, something else. Something alive, something holy. His hand went to the scroll. His fingers froze. The paper felt like lead. He'd come to end it, but her eyes wouldn't let him. Joseph wasn't stupid. He knew biology. He knew betrayal. He'd felt it in his bones for weeks, but this wasn't biology. This wasn't betrayal. This was bigger. This was God, not in thunder, not in fire, but in a teenage girl's gaze. He dropped to one knee, not in worship, just because his legs gave out. The scroll fell to the dirt, unopened, unneeded. The angel came later. In a dream, with words, with confirmation. But the real message had already landed, in her eyes, in his heart. Joseph didn't just accept the child, he claimed him. Named him Jesus, taught him to hold a hammer. To measure twice, to cut once, to pray before meals. To forgive 70 times 7. He married her, built her a home, protected her from the rumors, stood silent while people talked, carried the weight. Chose love over pride, faith over fear. One look, one moment, one choice. Christmas didn't start in a manger. It started in a carpenter's broken heart. And in the eyes of a woman who carried the Son of God.